Back when I was 15, I didn't really thought about girls that much. My mind was preoccupied with many important and relevant things such as capitalism and social uprising, physics, as well as how to suppress a boiling rage, biological mutation and decay, among others. So you see, those trivial things, girls and crushes, weren't in my mind at that time. It's until I met this girl in our class. Let's call her Cherry. She was a spunky girl and would approach me from time to time, and we'd talk a bit. I slowly noticed that as weeks passed by, she would do things to get my attention, and I tried to avoid her. Now, I would hear some of you would say, "A girl wants your attention, dude, and you're avoiding her? Bruh." It's not as easy as it sounds, cause in order to get my attention, she would disrupt everything I do, every single time. I tried ignoring her or brush off her whimsical actions, but it only encouraged her. I made an effort to stay patient, but I was at a tipping point. The last straw was when my pen fell on the floor, but Cherry took it and wasn't gonna give it back. I couldn't take it anymore, so I yelled, "What's your problem with me?" Cherry was taken aback. She grew silent and gave my pen back and kept a distance. Yeah, I kinda felt bad for yelling at her. Looking back, perhaps it was her way of trying to interact with me since I was usually quiet at class. Days came by without the two of us talking. Slowly but surely, we started talking again and got along pretty well. I kinda realized she wasn't as spunky as I thought she would be, and suddenly, I started noticing her. We became extremely close and even changed seats so we can be nearer to each other. While I was noticing Cherry, I also noticed my classmates in front of me, who were a couple, starting to get PDA over there. But to be fair, they were cool classmates. Daisy was super friendly to me, and the guy was a fellow Boy Scout. And I thought, man, what a perfect couple. I wish we were a couple like that. Also, Cherry was frequently absent, but I don't know what's the reason behind it. I didn't ask when she was present. In her absence, Daisy would usually look back at me and give me a polite smile or talk to me. It didn't mean anything. Boy, was I wrong. And hey, thanks for subscribing, sharing, and leaving a like. One usual day at class near the end of the school year, both Cherry and Daisy's boyfriend were absent. And our teacher, realizing probably there weren't much activity or lesson for that day, decided to ask us who would volunteer to entertain the class by going to the front and sing. And Daisy volunteered. Again, she smiled at me and started singing a song called Pretty Boy by M2M. If you don't know the song, links in the description, or just type Pretty Boy by M2M in the search engine. And a strange thing happened. When she started singing, her eyes were glued to me the entire time. I was so embarrassed. It was really confusing since she has a boyfriend, and why is she singing? I don't even look like his boyfriend or something. Or maybe they're not in a relationship. Then if they're not in a relationship, then why are they kissing? Or probably it's some kind of experimental thing? Or a dare or something? Who is Kira? And why am I sounding like an ASMR channel? But seriously, I was really thrown off guard. JKP, did this really happen? Yep, I'm not making this up. I can back my claim with testimonies by my former classmates when we decide for a date for a reunion, and it's gonna be awkward. Okay, going back. When she started singing, I started feeling something. No, die JKP, you scum! What about Cherry? What about who? Mr. Steal Yo Girl. Shut up, I'm not a two-timer. I ain't about that life. Even Cher and I weren't in a relationship yet. Well, it's not technically two-timing if you do it one at a time. I'm sorry. Low-key, it was kinda tempting. But, you know, such is life. Such is a gentleman's life. You can't imagine the bewilderment my classmate had. My friends tried to push me to stand up, but I resisted. I kept thinking about what happened after class. JKP, why are you so talkative today? JKP, that was your chance to slay those girls. Ain't about that life, man. Just one waifu, bro. More waifu will destroy your lifeu. You'll die, fool. And you expect a harem by the end of this story, right? Nope. Things stayed the same between me, Cherry, and Daisy until the end of the school year. I wasn't worried about not seeing each other since we could meet always in school, even we're in different classes. And I was wrong. Admittedly, it was my lack of initiative that I never saw Cherry again. Perhaps Cherry transferred to another school or something. For Daisy, I saw her from time to time in passing, and that's life. It was a nice memory that I'll definitely cherish. And I thought that was the last of my empty vacuum of a love life. Oh boy, part 3 is gonna be interesting.